Hello and welcome to getting started with using IFC in Tekla Structures. In this tutorial, I will show you how simplebim enables you to import high-quality IFC data to Tekla Structures and organize it in an effective way. Tekla Structures is a powerful modeling tool for structural engineers and constructors. Even though Tekla has a very robust IFC import, there are very little Tekla can do if the imported data has bad quality. You put garbage in, you get garbage out. Look at this model for example. It was exported from ArchiCAD with the default IFC export settings. Almost all the data from the original model was exchanged, even the grid lines and space objects. There's all this data noise, in other words, redundant data and unnecessary objects and properties in the model, which makes the data hard to use and trust in a professional level. Let's see if we can get there by editing the model with simplebim. Okay, here's the original IFC model I got from ArchiCAD in simplebim. I could edit the model manually, but since we have created a very nice template for automating the editing process, we will use that one. So all I have to do is to apply the template to the model, like this. The template targeted the model especially to Tekla Structures. It automatically trimmed all the unnecessary object classes away. Well, I might want to exclude these surrounding buildings manually. Also, the unnecessary properties were automatically trimmed away. This way I get much less confusion in Tekla Structures and much smaller IFC file. Finally, the template even created a custom property set for me to use in Tekla. Here's the object types and building stories and even object class information. Everything seems to be in order, so let's quickly export the edited model back to IFC. Here I'm back in Tekla Structures. I will import the edited model by clicking on File, Insert Reference Model. I select the model, click Apply and choose the insert point with left mouse button. Now make sure you have model selected with the Select Components filter on. Then subdivide the model. This is a mandatory step before we can go further. There you go. Importing only the objects I need is already great. But still the first thing I want to do for every model after the import is to get it organized. This needs to be done whether you are about to use data as basis for structural design, design coordination, 4D or scheduling. Now let's open the model organizer. I go to Tools, Model Organizer. In order to use the properties we created and chose in simplebim, you need to have them defined for the model organizer. You can define them manually here in the properties palette, like I have already done. If you can't find the properties palette, make sure you have Show Object List Pane checked in the options and that the object pane is visible. So you simply go to the last line and start typing. The name shown in the Tekla UI, the ID for the property. Note that you need to add the external .prefix to it, and it does need to be all uppercase. Please make sure that the property ID matches the ID you have defined to the IFC file. You can double check it from the inquiry dialog, or in this case I make sure that the ID matches the ID defined in the simplebim template. See? Finally define the correct type, in this case string. All this might seem like tedious work, but note that you only need to do this once. Once you've done the definitions, you can reuse them by simply copying the XML file the model organizer has created for you to another model folder. Or you can even integrate the definitions into your Tekla environment so that they are automatically included to every model. Okay, the properties are set. Now let's do the magic. Select all the objects with the Select Objects in Components filter on. Right-click a group and add the selected objects to it. I right-click on a node and classify the objects with my special properties. First by building story, then by the object class, and finally by the construction type. Very cool. Now we have good control of the architectural data. Let's do the same thing to a HVAC model. Back in simplebim, I import the model, I run the template, I check that the targeted data is valid, and create the final edited IFC file. Back in Tekla, I insert and subdivide the model. I go to the model organizer and use the building story, and note this time the system information to organize the model. Very, very cool. Note that the special properties shown here are just a good starting point. You could of course exchange and use other properties also, if that is what you need. However, keeping the data exchange as simple as possible is not a bad idea. In this tutorial, we looked at how we can improve the Tekla IFC workflow by making sure that the data we import is consistent and high quality. Please check also the other tutorials how you can actually use this well-organized professional data as basis for the structural design, design coordination, scheduling, and even reporting in Tekla Structures. Until then, my name is Sakari Lehtinen. Thank you for watching. See you next time.